Hola, compadres. This is Team Donbot bringing you another cast, and this is a special cast because we have Cody Vector co-casting with us. This is going to be a ZvP on, I believe it's Cloud Kingdom LETEBZ. And in the top right-hand corner we have Masque.
Yeah.
And the bottom left-hand corner we have the Waylander. There can be only one.
Thailand.
From Thailand. Well, he's a Thailander. So this was submitted on All Things Zerg subreddit. And he said he did some type of build, but it's Silver League, so I'm guessing whatever his type of build is, you know, it's not going to be as clean, but that's fine. Silver players, you know, we're all learning the game.
So Waylander submitted this?
Yes.
And why is it yellow?
Oh, no, it's no Masque. No, this is Zerg. Zerg only, bro. None of your bullshit Protoss race. Interesting pylon placement in the beginning here. Kind of just interesting. And Masque, join us on the NA server.
Hey, why is Waylander yellow? Is this not a ladder match?
He said it was a ladder match. He said that this was the best of 3. They sniped each other twice. And I guess he won the first one cleanly, and the second one he got whooped on, and this is the third. This is the rubber match.
Okay.
So, yeah, standard 14 pool. Probably going to see something around a 15 hatchery. Looks like there's a fast expand going down for the Protoss. What do you think of this pylon placement? How it's on the top?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Better to have...
I well, like it, but I'm a Zerg,
so... If he doesn't want the pylon to be part of his wall, then it's okay, but he's got to make that second one up there. It's a little weird, maybe not the most efficient, but not the end of the world.
Yeah, and good play here by Masque, realizing he was able to get his hatchery down without a problem, and he's sending this Overlord. Just make sure there's nothing fishy going on in the back. Something really key. Man, I'm just amazed at silver level that he's doing this, because I think it took me until about Diamond to really start figuring out, hey, I got to make sure this guy's not cannoning me.
Now, the problem, though, with the Protoss is that he has not put his Nexus down. So unless he's going for some kind of cheese, which I don't think he is because he's got the Forge down, he really should have put the Nexus down before the Gateway, especially because he had a Scout and he saw the fast expansion from the Zerg. So he's going to be a little bit behind because of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe some kind of flexible play, like since the Overlords have scouted his Forge. Maybe he's not. Maybe he was originally going to go for some kind of cannon rush or something. I mean, I hate to speculate, but I don't play Toss or Zerg.
It's such a standard play that's not. You always get cannon basically. It's kind of weird that he doesn't have one cannon down right now. I mean, even I know as a Zerg that you definitely want to get at least one cannon down.
Yeah. So and his cannon's late too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is
I think
late.
I've said this plenty of times, but the normal Forge Fast Expand, you want to get the Forge down on 13, and then you want to get the Nexus down on 17, and then the first thing you want to build after that is Cannon, and then Gateway, and then you want to get Pylon, get your probes going back up, and then when your Gateway's done, get your Cybernetics core.
Yep. Makes sense to me. And right now, Masque is doing quite a good job of just macroing up. He has his third base going on right now. He has just the right amount at his main base for drones. I believe he has it rallied. Yep, rallied to his natural. So he's looking good right now. This is good, solid play for Zerg. Like the main thing is hitting injects, and seems like he's really on top of his injects.
Yeah, so Waylander's late Nexus, you can already tell he's a little bit behind in drones. It is normal for Protoss to get way behind in drones from Zerg, but not this early. He should keep a little better.
They could almost be ahead at this point, just if they chrono boosted nothing but that.
Yeah.
And we have a double Evo chamber play right now by our Zerg player Masque. I'm interested to see if this is going to be for Zergling upgrades or if it's going to be for the ranged upgrades with the Roaches and Hydras.
So Waylander's going with a couple more gateways. That's going to bring him to a total of 3. So no like higher tech
he's taking out his cannon too.
Yeah, he was sort of an he was sort of an idiot and blocked himself
Yeah,
in.
you shouldn't
Yeah,
do
and he
that.
can't get to that overlord either with the stalker. He needs to get that stalker in there, snipe that overlord.
Yeah.
Damn, that
I
was
got a
dumb.
comment really quick on Masque. He needs to change his rally point, but I really like how he got his 2 extractors at his expansion. And then he just needs to use that up for his main also. He needs to start using them and then rally
All right,
everything
so
to the 3rd base,
Waylander,
which
I
he's
don't know.
doing.
This was either an idiot move or a genius move. He throws down a robo right under the Overlord before it gets killed. If he canceled it and threw down a Stargate or something, that would be like badass. But it looks like he's not canceling it. He's going to go ahead with the robo. So he basically showed Masque what was going on there if he was paying attention.
Yeah, and at this point, Waylander has not scouted the 3rd. He is sending out a probe to see if it's there. Pretty late scouting.
Yeah, that is late. Usually, you want to make sure that whether there's a 3rd or not between the 6 and 7 minute mark. If there's nothing up by like 6 or 7 minutes, 6:30 at least, then that's when you start throwing up cannons and freaking out.
And as a Protoss, it's so easy because Zerg they can't kill your probe. You can dance it around basically forever until you get speed. And if they get speed, then you know that he's probably going to be doing some early timing attack anyway, because it takes a long time to get Zergling speed. It looks like we do have the melee and attack, or melee and carapace upgrade, so that means he's going to be going very heavy Ling, which I like to see. I like to see this type of aggressive play, and it actually matches up really well with what Waylander is doing, since he's going Robo, and I think that getting those Infestors and Lings in there is going to be really powerful.
Yeah, so Waylander just threw down a whole bunch of gateways. I mean, if I were to guess, I think he was trying to go for some kind of 2-base all-in with Colossus, although
This guy's supply blocked.
he's supply blocked, he got the Robo up, the robotics facility up, and he's got an Observer coming out, but then he's going to have Colossus starting to come out. But with all those gateways and Colossus coming up, I mean,
Maybe
2-base
see a
timing
push.
is what he's got it going on. Although I would highly recommend he starts his at least his weapons upgrade, which he has not yet.
And
Wow,
spend
yeah.
that 1,000 minerals, or 900 now.
Yeah, if you're going for an all-in, you might as well just get some Zealot going or something if you got access.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh.
And I'm surprised. Mass, just from a Zerg standpoint, is doing really well. Has total map vision right now. He has a Ling at the 3rd and has both watchtowers. Really good job of just making sure of what's going on. He could also have a Ling in front of the base just to see what comes out. That would be just the one other thing. And then maybe a little bit of creep spread would be helpful.
And I think the most important is having that Ling and Overlord at the 3rd.
Definitely. So it looks like we have the Lings moving out, and wow, there's not even +1 for the Zealots, so these Lings are going to be incredibly powerful. Although we do have a Colossus coming out, which is going to be... Oh, actually, we already have one out. We have another one coming out, which is very strong, obviously, against the Lings.
Yeah, the extended thermal lance is almost done as well.
And it looks like we have a Stargate and a Twilight Council going down, as well as 2 more forages.
Yeah, a little too much tech for just 2 bases, in my opinion, unless he gets a 3rd base, like, quick.
Mm-hmm. And Zerg is playing really good. Actually, the huge thing that he needs is a macro hatchery. He could almost take a 4th base right now, although since Protoss is on only 2 bases, wow, he just took a 4th and 5th base. Really good. Although he is only on 2 bases. Wow, look at this.
Tons of infestants.
Oh man, that is awesome.
If he takes that wall, then he can just flood in with all those Zerglings.
Yeah, but
it's be a really rough time.
These Colossus up top are going to do a lot of damage. Although
He's back on the high ground. What the fuck is
get back on the high ground, but man, these free units, the infested Terrans, are doing a decent amount of damage there, and we also have the Ling run-in for the second base.
And the key is really that the Zerglings got in to get a bunch of damage on the drones.
Now they're just sitting there.
Probes.
Yeah, right now, 15 workers killed by Zerg.
Yeah, and this is what Zerg needs to do is to just
Right.
expand
Yeah,
all over
expanding
the
all-
Yeah,
map.
definitely.
They're up to 1, 3, 4, 5 bases.
Yeah, 4 and 5 just put up.
4 and 5 are in route,
Yep.
and he's got map control. He's got units everywhere. Where
And Protoss really can't do much right now.
They're
He's got
stuck in
3
the bottom
Colossus, which is like, that's a powerhouse right there, but he can't really move out and get surrounded
Yeah,
or
but
it's over.
We have 9 corruptors coming out for the Zerg player. He has no saturation on his second base. Just one more comment for Zerg. He could, I don't know if it's because he's building buildings with his drones, but you got to remember to replace those drones. It's very small things, and that macro hatch is going to help him out so much. But I feel like he's in such an advantage right now that it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for
he's dropping over here. It
Protoss
looks
to do
like.
anything.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so annoying when they drop creep at your third base. It takes so long for that stuff to recede and go away.
I would like to see Zerg get his hive also. Yep, and as I say it, he gets it. So hopefully we're going to see out some Broodlords come out, and it'll probably just be the end of the game once the Broodlords come out. That's what I'm anticipating at this moment.
Or if he get drops. That's annoying.
Drops?
No, I was just... Joe was asking if you can walk a
creep tumor and put it in the.
if you can walk a queen over to like that forward expansion and put a creep
Yeah.
tumor. And I told him if you have drops, you could put a queen in your overlord and waltz them around and just throw creep tumors all over the map.
That's one way. Very micro intensive though. One really cool thing, especially against Terran, is if you do a Nidus Worm into their base and then you drop creep. And if you make them lift off, it's like impossible for them to get rid of that creep.
Can't land again. Dang, that's
Fucking dirty. That's some dog race shit.
Dog
I'm
race.
sorry, you guys don't want to hear that. You guys want to hear like, oh, you should just have really good macro skills and build stuff. Nah, man. We're
All right, so the
against that
swarm
dirty,
is incoming.
dirty.
the fucking.
I think the swarm is pretty well covered here. They got corruptors, they got ground units, they got
He's
infestors.
making
We're
Archon.
gonna some big
Archons,
Archons.
though, kinda
I'd like to
imba-
see some fungals go down right now. Are we gonna have some fungals? Not quite. Maybe some infested Terran balls going down.
Not
We
even
have
gonna
the
need it.
infested Terran. That's good.
Not even gonna need
I'm a
it.
little.
Yeah, dog race is just gonna
No,
steamroll
not
this guy.
necessarily. I don't know. This is a pretty even match right here, actually.
Man, those
Yeah, I
Archons,
know.
they do so much.
They do bonus
gonna
damage.
do?
It's just
Flash
ridiculous.
damage bio. Do they? Flash
And
or bio?
well, okay, so there's no upgrades for Protoss, which you
I
need to
stand
get
corrected.
upgrades for Protoss.
Yeah, that's really hurting them. But taking
Oh,
out all those
jeez.
Colossus is a really big deal, especially keeping on the
And,
Protoss on only
Oh.
2 base. He's gonna have such a hard time
yeah, and
reproducing
Zerg
them.
just got 37 workers killed. So that was another what, 22?
How did that
Yeah,
happen?
we weren't really paying attention, but I think those infested Terran balls killed them all. So
Real.
just a really small like hint or just a crazy thing that you can do as Zerg. During the attack, you could just run up like 10 Zerglings to the main and just kill all the workers there. And maybe even, if you're crazy, you could get some infestors up there, but that's another level. One thing that I see from Zerg is going Roach right now, and I really think that he should be mainly investing in Broodlords because at this midpoint, Roaches aren't that great. But I mean, Zerg is so far ahead right now that I can't see him losing it.
Oh yeah, he's got 71 workers compared to 37. That's like doubled.
Yeah, so what else Zerg could do is just get the gas. All he needs right now is gas. So just get your gas at your expansions. Maybe even take 6th and 7th. That's how you play dog race. You expand like crazy. And then if he takes out one of your bases,
Take over
you
the
just
whole
take
map.
2 more bases.
Like a dog pissing over the whole map.
Exactly.
That's how you
Except
play it.
it's like
He's at
purple
200.
piss.
200, this guy. Purple piss all over the ground, claiming their territory,
Claim your
Yep.
fucking territory.
dropping spore crawlers and creep tumors and all kinds of just wickedness everywhere.
And the thing with dog race, you gotta rub their nose in it quick. Because if you don't do it quick, then it's all over. There's
Look at
no...
this guy's
Yeah,
got 200.
versus...
Yeah.
He has
yeah.
been doing a lot better.
It's
He's
all over.
Clearly, I feel like a better player.
Yeah, definitely.
done.
Definitely better macro if he's at 200 right now.
Yellow is just kind of he's just too defensive. He's like barely using chrono. He's kind of
What, dude? What
Doesn't
is
have much of a plan.
Waylander? What is Waylander doing with his life right now? He's got an idle probe here. He's getting his ass swarmed by Zerg units from
they're just gonna
every
push in.
direction.
Yeah, he's just coming in. I
comes
just saw the
with push.
infestors drop some Terran or some Terran balls, and yeah, that's gonna be too much for him. That's just too much. The upgrades, he almost has
Yeah, and he's got more than
three upgrades.
and he has more than double the supply of
Yeah.
the Protoss. So this game's over. OMG, are you kidding me? You're really that
Yeah, it
surprised?
was well played.
Okay,
Yeah.
respect. All right. Hey,
And we could watch it again from his point of view. And the problem is he's not scouting. He has no idea what Red is doing. Red is all over the map. Zerg is all over the map, and he's just chilling in his little area, a quarter of a corner.
That's kind of how Zerg is, but you kind of have to understand that too, that he's probably going to be on 3 bases right away, so either gear up to take your third or do some sort of timing attack.
Right. You have to match Zerg's bases. If they take a third, you kind of need to be on your third. Well, I'm speaking as a Terran player, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Toss, is it the same, or can you lag a little bit, or
yeah, you almost always lag a little bit, but this actually, the opener for this was actually pretty standard, which is cool to see in a lower league
Yeah.
because a lot of times you see
Yeah.
crazy ass retarded bullshit in lower leagues, but at least it started kind of normal. But yeah, for that Protoss, I mean, he's got to work on his macro a bit and his scouting, and but you know, improve that, and he'll be more in there.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, that was a fun game to watch. Want to thank Masque for submitting it. And
Yeah, thanks.
Team Dawnbot and Cody Vector signing out.
Peace.